Here's the question. Are your financial matters in order? There are 5 money-related matters that you need to pay attention to. And Mark Hensley, the Associate State Director of Community Outreach for AARP North Carolina, is with us to talk about it. All right, so Mark, AARP has a free, and don't we love free online class that folks can talk about getting their finances in order.
Yes, this is this evening. It is at no charge, whether you're a member or not of AARP. We have 2 certified financial planners who will be going through the documents as well as the steps you need to take to protect your assets now as well as when you're not with us any longer.
Okay, and so that webinar again is tonight. You do not have to be a member so that you can sign up. We're going to be putting that link in our web story, but you can always go to AARP and look for it as well. There are 5 main points that this webinar is really going to educate folks on. Let's focus on wills and how AARP can help.
So wills are so important, and so many times we as Americans just do not like to talk about this, but having a will ensures that your assets are distributed according to your wishes, but it's also a gift to your family because it simplifies the process after your passing. Right. We also have online tools at aarp.org. You can just search wills. There are tips. There are facts about what information needs to be included in wills, and we also have a service that if you're an AARP member, there's a 20% discount on creating trusts and wills.
Right, and a trust and a will, they're 2 different things. They work different ways. They've got pros and cons on both sides, and so this webinar can help you with that as well. Now, when it comes to like storing documents like a will, I think a lot of people believe that like the courthouse just has it on file all the time. And after you die, then, you know, the courthouse handles it. But that's not how that works.
It's not. So first of all, you want to use a secured cloud-based service that has a password. You want to also create an emergency paper file or a disaster kit that is portable, meaning you can take it and run if you need to. Keep that in a locked box that's fireproof or in a safe. And also maintain copies of your documents for your trusted loved ones. We're talking about passwords. We're talking about lists of your accounts beyond your bank account. What are your assets like property, rental property, or other investment accounts? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, again, not everybody knows how all that works, and so it's helpful to be able to hear those experts talk about that. On the subject of a will, again, like you said, makes people anxious. They don't want to talk about it, and they don't want to talk about what's in it, but you really do need to communicate your plans.
You do. Again, it's a gift to your family, but establishing what your wishes are. If you have a piece of furniture or a ring or some jewelry that you want to go to a specific loved one, be honest with them. Give them copies of those documents and take away those disputes after you're gone so that your wishes are communicated and that you can resolve these matters before. What you don't want to do is have a will that goes into probate, meaning that you died without a will, and that's an expensive legal process, and it's a very entangled, complicated process that's just an extra expense on your family after you're gone.
Yeah, and AARP really kind of helps people kind of walk through all these things, and that's what people should expect at tonight's webinar.
They should. This is going to be, as you mentioned, 5 steps, and take notes. Be prepared for what you should do. We're in tax season. We all know about that. Consider this like your second to-do list right after tax season, where you're pulling together all of those important documents. And think about the fact that if your loved ones don't know what you own or don't know how to access it, you're just creating a barrier to them after you're gone.
Right, and I think people see AARP and they think people over 50, but this webinar is for anyone of any age.
Absolutely. We're all aging. AARP is not just for retired people, it's for anyone over the age of 21.
Anyone over the age of 21. I wonder if that makes some 50-year-olds feel a lot younger now today, hearing that. We appreciate it, Mark. Thank you so much for your time and for letting us know. So we want to give you the information once again. The free webinar from AARP is about the 5 main financial matters that everyone needs to take care of. Again, it is tonight. It's at 7 o'clock. There's going to be 2 financial planners, and they're going to be talking about creating a will, taking inventory of your assets and debts, designating beneficiaries, storing documents, and communicating your plans. Remember, you do not need to be a member of AARP, and you don't need to be over the age of 50 to take advantage of the information in this webinar. You can find it on AARP's website. We're also going to be posting it for you shortly as well in the Who Wants to Know section.